What's going on, Galore Academy? It's your girl Des, and we back with another video. As you see from the title of the video, everybody won and I lost on gold. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna actually show y'all why too. I actually lost. Even though I personally feel like I took my own setup, but I did get overhyped by the hype that was happening behind gold and stuff like that. That, like I said, if you are on social media and you do look at all these traders and these big influencers and they're saying sell gold and this and that, don't get me wrong, I understood that, you know, it was a bearish trend. I just got in at the wrong time, you know what I mean? But I feel like personally, like I said, I feel like the setup that I took was the setup that I always preach to my team. I always stay true to myself when it came to my setup. I waited for my setup, it just didn't play out. But here's to show you that, like, yo, when it comes to certain things that's posted on social media, and when you see big influencers say, oh, they got gold sales, is this and that, you can follow their analysis, but at the end of the day, still take the trade setup that, you know, actually works for you. Honestly, don't get into the hype of, you know, like what the big traders are doing and stuff like that. Like that's the lesson for today. Like, don't get too much into the hype what the big traders are doing. Still trade your plan, your strategy, your rules and all, like, because you can get caught up in the mix. And like today, I honestly got caught up in the mix, but at the same time, I still took my same setup. It just didn't play out. And in reality too, I really don't trade gold. Gold is my third pair, my third go-to pair, for real. So, you know, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. But we finna look at why I actually lost today on gold. Yeah, we finna actually look at why I lost today on gold, man. It was, honestly, I felt like personally, it was a setup I would take every single day, every single time, no matter what the big traders said. I did follow the analysis, understood what was going on, but my setup just didn't play out, right? So I'm finna actually turn the camera around and show y'all, because I don't know what's wrong with my computer, but it's not recording to where I can show y'all on the computer and we can set up on the computer and stuff like that. So that is a disclaimer. I am going to turn my phone and show y'all why I actually lost on gold. And I'm going to actually show y'all in the Discord my before and after pictures. And I'm going to actually show y'all on my trading journal my before and after pictures, stuff like that. So like I said, beware disclaimer. It is going to be on my phone. It's not going to be on the computer, but I did want to make this video for y'all so y'all can see the full transparency of, you know, what it is to really be a day trader. Like, you can really get caught up in the mix of certain things, but let's get into, you know, the reality of this video and why I actually lost, right? So like I said, this came on my computer. I don't know why it's not recording, but on my computer, this is what you'll see. So this is my Discord. Y'all didn't know, this is Galore Academy. This is the Discord. This is what you're actually paying for to, you know, be in the community full of traders and stuff like that. This is all that you would get in the Galore Academy trading sessions and lab resources, live trading. You'll get the recordings of the live trading calls, the model setups, my personal trading journal, you know, just stuff like that you'll actually get in the Discord. But let's get into the nitty-gritty sauce of it. So sorry, y'all, this is disclaimer. So this is what I sent to my group chat, right? I was following my trading plan. As you can see, overall, we're still in a bearish trend, right? It had the breaker structure that happened here, and we came, and I thought we was going to come back up into this premium level here. Into this premium level here, and then we was going to fall down. Same thing. Like I said, I always have my trading plan on the side for where I'm actually looking for what I'm looking for, and I understand what, you know, what's the 4 steps that I do. So if you did not know, this is the 4 steps that I do every single day. So like, this is a trade setup I will honestly take every single time. Like, if you actually see my other previous setups, right, this is exactly what I look for. It is exactly what I do. If you can see that, actually, I'm going to show y'all. This is actually a Nas trade, right? Boom, same exact setup, bro. I had the breaker structure that happened here, came back to the fair value again, and we was going to fall. And this is the after picture of that, right? Boom. Price hit take profit with this, actually, with this wick here, but we did end up still going bearish. But it's the same, like I said, it's the same exact setup. The same exact setup. I told you, I have my trading plan every time on my computer. Like, identify the trend, find a breaker structure, find a fair value gap with the fib, with the OB fib here. Boom, boom. Came, hit, take profit, be out of there, right? So as you can see the setup right here, the same setup, y'all. The same setup. Guess what it just didn't do? So we're gonna look at here. So boom. Actually, I have it on my trading journal. So I'm gonna pull it up from my trading journal. Pull up the after picture. Y'all about to see right here. I'm sorry that my thing couldn't record. Boom. That's what happened. So notice that price still did. I still have my breaking structure on a higher time frame scale. That's why this line is right here. That's the break structure on the higher time frame scale. But you saw the breaking structure that happened here, came back, hit the fair value gap, and we did fall for a little bit. But we ended up creating a lower high here, which made the trade invalid and why it hit my stop loss right here. So that's why this trade went invalid. But as I saw when I was entering this, right? If we go back to my Discord, right? Like I said, this was the trade before. Like I said, this was the trade after, y'all. Same exact setup that I would have took all the time, right? But then I noticed, right? We actually looked on the higher scale time frame because my entries, I usually take my entries off the 5-minute time frame. If we looked at a higher scale, so this is the higher time frame of what gold was instead of on the 5-minute where I usually enter, right? I still seen the same setup, even though the 5-minute was pretty low right here. So I feel like I entered low on a low standpoint from gold, right? So as you can see, this is the support level that we had here. Price made the higher low, which confirmation of the breaker structure. That's why the breaker structure is right here. And we had the fair value gap right there. The same setup, right? Same exact setup. I had identified the trend. I found the breaker structure, found the fair value gap at the retest. This was the retest area, and I entered again. This is my second position that I entered. And then, as y'all can see right here, gold flopped again. So that is 2 trades on the day that I'm no longer trading. I actually lost like almost $600 from gold, which is actually not bad compared to where I usually lose. What I usually lose would be like $1,000 or so or whatever the case may be. But you can see it's literally the same setup every single time, bro. Like, you understand? Look from the higher time frames perspective. I wish I can record y'all on a different level, but look at the higher time frames perspective, bro. Like we had a lot of consolidation here. We was making lower highs here. That was actually the confirmation of the bearish trend. I said it came and we had this level of support that actually broke here. Like I said, came back, fair value gap right here. I entered here. I entered right there. And I was expecting price to fall back down into here, which was at another level of support right here that was going to fall back down to, but it did not play out, and that's okay. It's because I still had risk management involved. I still traded the same setup that you'll see every single time you are in my Discord, right? So here's to say, y'all, like, even though I lost, I still took my same setup at the end of the day. But do not get over, like the lesson for today is, do not get in the hype of all the influencers that's literally telling you to sell gold and stuff like that. Like, you can listen to the analysis. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Listen to the analysis, but still trade your setup. Make sure that you see the same setup for yourself before you enter the charts, right? But I just took an L today, and I really wanted to come on here and be very, very transparent with y'all. But right now, I am journaling because y'all know I'm on my not 60 day. I keep trying to say 90 day, but I am on my 60-day run with this. So we recording every single day. Like today is November 4th, and it's NFP week, so everything is just all over the place. And another red flag I should have took note of today, we didn't really have no news. Like, news actually happens tomorrow and Friday, of course, because it's an NFP week, right? So right now I am currently, not gonna lie to you, I am currently on a losing streak. I lost 2 days in a row. I lost Monday and Tuesday. I think both off gold, I believe both off gold. So that means to me, as a trader's perspective, no more gold for the rest of the week, probably. Most likely, I don't know. We're gonna see, because I could make my money back on gold. I could make my money back on NASDAQ or ES, right? But I gotta still trade my same setup. Make sure that I don't get this loss define who I am, because that's not who I am. I know that I'm a good trader. I know that my strategy works. I know that I can be I'm very profitable, and I could do a lot with my strategy, man. But here's to say, y'all, no matter what, don't follow the hype of everything. But like I said, if you do end up following the hype of influencers and they telling you their analysis and stuff like that, still trade your setup. Even though they're saying sell, you might trust them. Like, you might trust the influencers on their analysis and stuff, but still find a setup that works for you. Still trade your strategy or whatever the case may be. Just because they won and you lost doesn't mean that you're a bad trader at all. Like, it just didn't play out for you like it played out for them. And you don't know how much they're really risking. You don't know what their true entry was and stuff, like what their thought process was of entering gold. So don't let that define you. If you do lose after their analysis, don't let that define you, because that's not you. Just take the same setups every single time, y'all. But that's here to say, if you don't know who I am, my name is Dez. I am the owner of Galore Academy. I am here to help traders become the best version of themselves and to be as transparent in this trading industry as possible when it comes to this. So, and it's crazy because gold is actually falling right now, and that's crazy because I knew my analysis was actually right. I just entered, probably just my setup just didn't play out. But you did like the value, you did like the transparency, you did like the game with my videos and the game that it just gave you today, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe so y'all can get more transparency, more information, more value that comes straightly directly from me every single day. Like I said, I'm posting every single day, so go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And Galore Academy, we out.